Okay, let's get started. To introduce myself, I am Divya Mahajan and I am part of product team at Digital Vidya. So we work on improvising the training course content, the experience for you. So if you get any feedback, any suggestions, you can just reach out to us. I'll share my email ID in a period of time. In a short period of time, you can refer to that and send out an email or give me a call anytime comfortable. And so, to as the very first thing, what I would like to demonstrate to you is the GoToMeeting tool, which we use for most of our trainings. So this is the tool. I guess most of you have explored it by now, but to give a quick overview, the red button over on the top right side is for mic. If it turns green, that means we can hear you. If it is red, then we can't hear you. Um, I can see some of the people are currently unmuted or can currently speak up in the session. I'm just muting you all so that we don't have any background noises at the end. You are completely free to actually unmute yourself and speak out anytime you want. But if you are not speaking out, I suggest you to keep yourself on mute. Otherwise, we'll have constant background noises in the background, which will be really distracting for the participants. So just ensure that you mute yourself and feel free to unmute whenever you are comfortable or whenever you want to speak up. Next thing we have is the attendees panel, in which you can see everyone who's present in the session. We have got around 18 people in the session. You can connect with them, you can chat with everyone, you can see who are your other participants. I'm not sure whether you all will be in the same batch from your next session onwards, considering we mix up the batches on a regular basis. So for each module, we'll mix up the batch. Um, I can see someone on mute. Mute. Yeah. So, considering on each module, we'll mix up the batches. So you can actually talk to multiple people throughout and gain experience and learning from the other people's experience. So if you can experience that there is some echo, some voices in the conversation, that's because someone is unmuted. I'm just muting him or her so that we can have a clear audio connections right now. And just below the attendee panel, we have got the audio tab. Make sure that you're connected via computer audio throughout. Don't opt for the phone or phone call option because it will charge you USD calling charges. So just opt for computer audio. And next we have is the webcam. You can turn it on, but I suggest you can actually don't do it because it takes up a lot of bandwidth. So some trainers will be using the webcam, um, but not throughout the session because it takes up a lot of internet connectivity from all your sides. But if you want, you can surely do it. And next, we have got the chat. So you can just put in anything in the chat section and send it out to entire audience. Don't send it out to individual person or just the presenter or the organizer because it will limit the conversation to two or three people. Make sure that you're sending it out to all the audience so that we can stay connected throughout. Sumit, I am seeing that you want to become the presenter. May I know the reason why? Because presenters are usually the trainer who is leading the session and our screen will be shared. So we can't really make a participant presenter until and unless we are working on some form of assignment which requires you to actually take up the training part and present what you have done in the assignment work. Okay, in case you face any audio issues, if you're not able to hear, if you're not able to connect in the session, I suggest you try just logging out and logging in again in the session. Close down all tabs running on internet, especially Skype, and pause Dropbox syncing because they take up a lot of bandwidth. And still, if you face any issues, feel free to connect with our support team during the session so that they can help you with the connectivity concerns. Suman is asking when will the session start? We have already started this session. Can you guys hear me? Can now? I thought I was just speaking up. I'll just say at the rate Suman, we have already started. Connect with. Okay, so moving forward to setting up the sessions structure. Today's session is the foundation session. It will be just for 1 hour, approximately for 1 hour, and we'll cover how the course is structured, what are the challenges you will face while learning digital marketing. Are you ready to learn digital marketing or not? Some common pitfalls which our participants face and how you can avoid it. What are our expectations from you to make sure that we are able to make you the digital marketer or the professional you want, and we want you to become the professional which industry demands as well. So there are some expectations from our side as well, which are required from you to be fulfilled, and then we have things to be covered in the very first week. If you have any question, feel free to ask it anytime you want. Put it in the chat panel or unmute yourself and speak up. I'm happy to answer all your questions. Yeah, so this will be the agenda of the session. Feel free to ask as many questions as you want. We'll discuss how the course is structured and how the platform works and system like that. If you are facing internet issues, you are free to actually log into the session using mobile. It will not be a problem for today's session, but for future session references, I suggest you using a laptop. It once in a while using mobile or an iPad. Mobile is perfectly fine, but at times in tools like Google AdWords or Google Analytics, where there is too much data on the screen, sometimes it becomes difficult to read through the content in that very small screen. So you can surely use your mobile, but try using your laptop whenever feasible. Okay, I hope that answers your questions, Ali. Starting with the course overview, this green person who is coming onto your screen is you. This is our participant. You can relate this green person to yourself. And these are the three core things which will actually help you with your course throughout. These three things will actually decide how much knowledge and how much experience you gain from the course you have enrolled into. The very first thing is the live session. Live sessions are the sessions which are led by trainer, where the trainer briefs you with his or her experience, gives you the knowledge, gives you the overview of how things work and how you should actually go forward with designing the course, designing a campaign for your business, for your brand, what are the things to be considered, and all the knowledge and experience part of the trainer will be shared in the live session by the trainer for approximately of a 3 hours duration. And considering you have enrolled for a Sunday batch, you will have most of the live sessions on Sunday. For people who have enrolled for a 3 months program, you can attend the sessions on a weekday and a Sunday, on a Saturday and a Sunday, whichever combination you have selected for. So make sure you attend all the live sessions. If you're traveling, if you miss the session due to some issues like bandwidth issues, unavailability, or some form of emergency, make sure you refer to the recording of that session in the week's period and come back to the next session all prepared with previous session's work and what was taught in the previous session. So live sessions will actually define what knowledge you have and what um, industry connect you have in by the training of the trainer. Make sure you attend all those live sessions, and if you are missing any of those, make sure that you refer to the recording. Next up, we have assignments. Assignments are actually designed by um, us as the hands-on experience part of it. Doing all assignments is mandatory for the certifications. Doing all assignments is mandatory for getting into the placements as by Digital Vidya. Assignments will actually help you in terms of understanding what is required by you as a professional. Assignments will actually make you define and create some campaigns for the topic you have learned. So, for example, in the social media module, you have learned how to create a Facebook page. That particular week will have an assignment which will talk about how to creating a Facebook page, and you have to go out and create a Facebook page for a brand or a company of your choice. Yes, Avinash, you need to work on live case assignments only, but we will not give you a live case that you have to pick it up on yourself. If you don't have a case of your own, we'll help you with figuring out a case in a very shorter period of time. By the end of the session, I'll give you a brief of how things will work. If you don't have a business or a website of your own, we'll help you with all that stuff. So the live case will actually be owned by you and the promotion will be done by you. Suman is asking if I make free website through Wix, is it okay with our lesson? While free website using Wix is usually very pretty and very aesthetically beautiful for people to start with, but Wix has got a lot of limitations when we talk about the free version. It doesn't really helps you in optimizing your website for Google search results. It doesn't really helps you run ads on your website. It doesn't really helps you in finding the analytics of your website. So there are limitations with Wix in the free version. If you have got the paid version, you are free to use that. But free version will have limitations because of which you won't be able to do a major chunk of the activities trained through the course. We'll figure out how we'll implement all these things in a very short period of time. We'll tell you how to create a website at the minimum cost. We are not suggesting any of the free tools, free versions like Wix, Blogger, and there are a few more as well. But we are not opting for that because they have got a lot of limitations. Next up, we have the Q&A platform. Q&A platform is the place where you can ask multiple questions, and our team will respond to you within 48 working hours. We usually try responding within 24 hours, but if the question is complex or it requires some expert knowledge, then it somehow takes a little more than that. But don't worry, we are actually whenever you post down the question, make sure do think that we are actually working on your question immediately. The response you can expect will depend upon the complexity of the question. So feel free to use the Q&A platform starting now onwards and even after your program has ended because we give you a lifetime membership. You even after like 5 years when you are a digital marketer in a big brand and you still face some questions or issues, feel free to write down to us in the Q&A platform and the team will respond to your query at that particular time. All these three things are accessible from your learning center. I'll show you how all these three things work in the learning center. Make sure that you have got the access, you refer to your learning center regularly so that you don't miss out on anything important. These are the people who will be responsible for your experience, for your learning with digital Vidya. You can connect with either of them for a specific concern. For example, starting with your trainer. The trainer will be the person who is leading, who is taking up the live sessions. For example, for today's session, I am one of your trainers and I'm taking up this session. If you have got any query, you can ask me anytime you want in the live session. But once we complete the live session, I will not be accessible to you as much as you want to. So if you have any query which you want to ask me, you can't really ask it to me directly, because unlike me, most of the trainers are people who are working full time and as are working with digital vidya as a part time employee. So they're not really available on weekdays, and they will not be able to respond to your query in the perfect manner if we ask it beyond the time schedule we have requested from them. So if you have got any query from the trainer, make sure that you ask that specific query in the live session, and don't really wait till the end, or don't really wait till the course ends, or even after the course has ended, to ask those queries. Next up, we have got training assistants. These are the people who will actually give you your feedback on the assignments and Q&A platform. Feel free to take up their experience or guidance from the live. Feel free to take up their guidance from the they provide you in the assignments. For example, once you submit the assignments, your training assistants will actually review your assignment, will give you a detailed feedback on how the assignment has been performed, what areas you can actually improve upon, and what areas you can actually things should have been done in a better way, or things were done perfectly. So they'll give you all the feedbacks on the assignment, and they will also respond to your queries on the Q&A platform on the basis of their research, on the basis of their conversations with the trainers, on the basis of their conversations with the internal team as well. So these people will help you off the of the live session period to help to guide you through in the right direction with digital marketing training. Next up, we have the coordinators. These are the people who are your buddies with the digital marketing course. These people will guide you through, will not really guide you through, these people will actually be your friend for your digital marketing course throughout till the time period you are actually interested in digital marketing course, even after like 5 7 years. If you need any support, write down an email to your coordinator, give them a call, and they'll guide you with your learnings and with your experience at digital vidya. So if you are facing some issues, if you're finding it difficult to understand, if you're not able to attend the live sessions, if you're not able to perform any specific assignment, give your coordinator a call, and they'll help you through with finding a best solution for you, whether it is keeping your course on a pause, whether it is deciding giving out the feedback to the trainer, whether it is deciding that we should actually give you a buffer time period for doing the assignment. Anything which is related to the course and which requires some support from our side, make sure you escalate it to the coordinator, and they'll find a perfect solution for you in that situation, and will take it forward. Next up, we have got sales coordinators. These are the people with whom you can interact um, for installments and payment related information. These people are what you have actually connected with while you were considering the decision to actually take up a digital marketing course. And next up, we have got the placements coordinator. These people will take up or these people will take up or help you with um, getting the right placements. They'll help you with the resume, the interview scheduling part of your placements, and they will actually approach you once you have completed around 3 to 4 modules at least, which means you have completed at least 75% of the course, because at present you are not really ready to sit for a digital marketing interview. So we'll do that once you have completed 3 to 4 modules. Sumit is saying my coordinator has gone on off for a week. Yes, Sumit. So in case your coordinator is not available or is on and off, is not picking up the call, is not really well, and can't take up the action which requires immediate support, I suggest you all to save your support number, which is this particular number flashing on the screen, 8081033033. If your coordinator is not available, someone will surely be available on the support number. So they'll take up all your challenges, they'll provide you the solution which your coordinator can. So first try reaching out your coordinator. If coordinator is not available, make sure that you call the support team to take it forward. Got it? Does it make sense? Any confusion here? Okay. So this is actually for people who might face some kind of challenge in the future. It can be with regards to the trainer, it can be with regards to the assignment, it can be regards to the scheduling which is being done for your training program. Any feedback, any suggestion, any requirement you have, make sure that you raise it to your coordinator. They are your buddies at Digital Vidya. They are your friends who will provide you with the solution and will coordinate with the team to get you the right solution. Make sure you contact them. Then you can actually connect with Neha. She actually heads the delivery team. You can save her email ID as well if you need it right now or anytime in the future. And feel free to write an email to Neha. She'll considering she heads the delivery team, she'll have more responsibilities and more power in her hand to take up some stringent decisions if required. And next up we have me, that's Divya. Um, Write to me if you have got any feedback, any challenge with a trainer or the program, and you want a solution for that. Considering I take care of product, I can actually help you with. I can help you, or I can actually revise something to make it more flexible, make it more acceptable for the audience. So make sure that you connect with at least one of these people whenever you face any issues, because being an online training institute and being not really able to um, connect with you at any time immediately, or being not able to read through your faces, we will not be able to understand how your experience is going. So if you have got any issue, just make sure that you are communicating it to us, and we'll ensure that some solution for that is done. Next up, we have got some common challenges which are there in while learning digital marketing. The very first challenge is digital marketing is really vast and it keeps on changing at a very fast pace. So every 3 to 4 months there is an update on Google. Every actually more than that with Google. Every 3 to 4 months there is an update with Facebook, and considering the new policy is happening, it's more than that. And every year, Google launches around 200 updates in the search algorithm. So you have to take care of so many things in a very short period of time, and things keeps on changing very frequently. So you have to keep yourself updated very much through reading out some blogs, through talking to many people in the digital marketing industry, through connecting with audience from around the world who are in the digital space, who are attending webinars, who are attending conferences, whatever you can, wherever you can, actually just read through about digital marketing space and keep yourself updated. Um, okay, here is the screen. I think oops, you wanted to save out the email IDs. So make sure you actually do uh, give yourself some time to get updated with the industry. How Digital Vidya will help you with getting yourself updated with these standards and with the happenings of latest technology in digital space is we'll update whenever we update the course, we update it for all our participants, including the ones who have completed the course in 2015 and stuff. So if you actually have completed the course like now, and if you want to check out what's happening in the industry after like 5 years, 2, 3 years, and you can just log into your LMS and you will find the updated presentations, updated content, updating recordings in the LMS. So that's how we are trying to help you. We will provide you with the updated content throughout. You don't have to worry about it, but it's your responsibility to actually check out the LMS after like 2 years. So make sure you are doing that to give yourself a push and an update to keep abreast with the digital marketing happenings. Next up is we have that every challenge we have is one will have a different view for the same problem, and they'll give you a different solution for the same problem. People here have actually learned from their experiences and hit and trial method. So each problem can have a different solution based upon who is actually thinking through of the solution and who is managing it. If you feel, if you ask the same question to all of our trainers, considering we have got different trainers for different modules, you can actually you will be interacting with approximately 15 plus trainers while your journey with us. So if you ask the same question to all those 15 trainers, each one of them will give a different solution. So it's you who will actually have to decide which solution works best for your brand, which solution works best for your business, and why it really works. So you need to actually learn through all their experiences and all their knowledge. But what solution you select, which should be actually decided just on the basis of your own understanding of your own business. Some not so good truths about digital marketing is that it is not really possible to learn everything in digital marketing. You can become an expert in digital marketing domain, but you won't really become someone who is actually a person who can say that I know it all of digital marketing. You can't do it at any point of time. So make sure that you keep yourself updated every time you get some time available for your own learnings. But at any point of time, you can't really say that I know it all. You can become an expert, but knowing it all is not really possible for any people in the world. So just think through that and make sure that you have that in mind and you keep on learning throughout. Next up truth is that some modules can actually be taught for a period of like 6 months each. For example, we can teach you social media for 6 months if if we want to, but we don't actually opt out for such structure in which each module is being taught for 6 months, because by the time your module would end, something would have happened and everything would have revised its structure. So I suggest that the course is actually designed in a way that it lands you to a profile from in between a intermediate to an advanced stage or an expert stage. Based upon how much hands-on experience you do, you will lie somewhere in between. It completely depends upon how much efforts you are putting in. So we have designed the course to make you land between an intermediate to an advanced stage. It's you who will decide whether you lie closer to the intermediate person or you lie closer to the advanced person. Make sure that you think that this course is just the starting point and we are not really um, after completing the course you are not really ready and you can't just really close down your learnings with digital marketing. You need to ensure that you are doing efforts, you are putting in efforts to keep yourself updated with happenings in the industry. So I've been focusing a lot on keeping yourself updated, keeping yourself understood of what's happening in the industry. That's because it is really important. Otherwise, your knowledge will become obsolete after like a period of 1 to 2 years. So we don't want you to become obsolete. We don't want your efforts and the money you have put in into the training program to become obsolete. So make sure that you are doing and learning things hands on and doing them regularly so that you know what's happening. This is a slide for a piece of advice for people who are actually looking for a job. If you are a fresher, if you are someone with 0 to 2 years of experience and looking for a job in digital marketing, we want you to focus on all these either of these green modules. By focus, I mean that become an expert of either of the green box. And because most of the job opportunities lies in these profiles. Search engine marketing, which means the ads which are running on Google. EM, that is email marketing. SMM, that is social media marketing, ads and campaigns performing on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. IM is inbound marketing, which teaches you the strategic part of digital marketing, that how you can actually attract people to your business. SEO are the organic search results which are coming on Google for which you don't really pay out and which don't say that it is an ad. And then we have web analytics, which gives you the data of what's happening in with your website and where the users are coming from, where the users are converting, which product is the most converted product, and stuff like that. So if you are a fresher or a person with 0 to 2 years of experience, focus on SEM, email marketing, social media marketing, and search engine optimization. At least one of these, because most of the job opportunities are for these profiles. IM stands for inbound marketing. And if you are a person who is more experienced or who is actually who wants to grow up on the ladder of as a digital marketer soon, we want you to focus on all these because after like 3 to 4 years of experience, you need to have a knowledge of other modules as well to become an expert or to become a senior level profile. Otherwise, you will be stick with one specific domain forever, which is not really growth oriented. It will help you initially for the initial uh, 5 years, but if you want to expand to more, if you want to become a digital marketing head of a big brand, you need to have an understanding of all these modules. So for people who are experienced or for people who want to grow up the ladder fast, we want you to have a knowledge of all these modules. But if you are looking for just getting into the job or getting into the very first job and then uh, growing up gradually, then the green ones are what is required. Does that make sense? Because it's a really important slide. Is there any confusion or question here? Yes, it does comes under SEM, but we consider it as a specialization module altogether. So it not really comes under SEM, it's more advanced version of SEM. So we consider it as a different module altogether. Yes, display marketing comes under SEM and it will be covered in SEM only. So any ads for which you use Google AdWords, that's in SEM. Yes, you can do internship in between the course, along with the course. Yes, you can. IMAMW will not be teach. Arpit, I think I couldn't got your questions. We will teach you all these modules, but based upon if you are looking for a quick fix or if you're looking for a very first job immediately, focus on either one of the green ones to get started. And if you're looking for someone who wants to grow up the ladder very fast or someone who is a senior professional, focus on all the modules. That's what I meant. Oh, nice. You are a fresher who just passed his 12th standard. Arpit, you can start with internships in any of the profile which is really related to digital marketing, and you will get more understanding of how things work. Yes, DV does provide placement supports. We receive actually around 50 plus job opportunities each month, but you'll get an update around them once you have completed at least 3 to 4 modules. So, are you ready to learn digital marketing? A basic understanding of the skills required to become a digital marketer are you should have a content writing skill. By content writing, I meant some a good understanding of English, and you should be able to represent your information. You should be able to represent the data in a creative format. Why? That's basically because you, as a digital marketer, you will be writing social media posts like you will be promoting your brands on Facebook, on Snapchat, on Instagram. For that, you need to have some creative skills so that people are attracted to your captions, people are attracted to what call to actions you have put in, people are attracted to what uh, image you have created, what proof video you have created to attract people. Uh, Content writing skills are really important. Even for search engine optimization, um, content writing skills are really important. So, for example, if I am someone who is looking for a quick weight loss guide and I see a blog which has a topic, I Google it that how can I lose weight fast, and I see a blog which has a topic like lose 10 kgs in 10 days. That's a very creative way of writing that you can lose up to 10 kgs in 10 days. That's a very creative way of writing that you can read this blog on how to lose weight fast. So you need to understand how can you present this very old information instead of writing just like lose weight fast. They have written lose 10 kgs in 10 days, which becomes really lucrative for me to actually go out and click on that blog, although that seems to be impossible. So that's what content writing is all about, how you can actually write the boring information in a creative way using English as a language is really important as a digital marketer. Next up, we have analytical skills. By analytical skills, I meant that you should be actually able to use the data or use the information provided to you to make up some business decisions. So, for example, I am telling you that 10 users from Facebook are coming into your website and 10 users from Google are coming to your website. Out of 10 from Facebook, 2 are converting. Out of 10 from Facebook, 7 are converting. you should be able to analyze that Facebook is not really performing that much in favor for you as much as Google is performing. You should make your business decisions more focused towards Google than Facebook. This is a very basic example which I have put in to you to make you understand what analytical ability means. But going forward, growing up as a digital marketer, the data would be really complex. It would not be that easy, so you should be able to understand or take business decisions out of the information provided to you. While these two skills can't be really taught with our course, what I suggest you is if you have these skills, you are good to go. If you don't have these skills, you should work upon it along with the training program because these are what really wanted by the organization and they will surely give an very major rating to these two skills while assessing you for a specific job role. If you don't have it, start working on them right now. How can you do it? I'll help you find out that in a very shorter period of time. But you need to work upon these two skills. You can do some free tests available online for building up your logical reasoning or analytical skills. And for content writing, you should actually start writing up a blog post like once every week and optimize it, learn through it, make other people read through it, make them understand what you wanted to say and how you actually communicated it to people, and understand how you can actually improve that particular blog post and bring it out better of your content writing skills. Someone you need to write a blog post at least and read through multiple blog posts happening uh, around the topic you are interested in. It is not really mandatory that you should actually read just blogs which are very theoretical or very knowledge based. You can read any blog post, even a blog post like blogs like Scoop Whoop or maybe any of those masala blogs will actually help you with, even they will help you with content writing. So it's not really specific to knowledge based blogs like Neil Patel or HubSpot. These are really good example if you want to learn how to write professional writing. But if you want to go into a space or for a brand which is more creative, more masala oriented, then you can refer to any of those entertainment blogs and you will have some content skills gradually absorbed to your knowledge base. Next up are the optional skills which are not really mandatory for you. But if you have these skills, make sure that you are flaunting them in your profile. It is not mandatory to have these optional skills. I don't really suggest you to go out and start learning them as well. But if you have got these skills, make sure that you show them in your resume. UI designing, HTML coding, JavaScript, CSS, programming, and core marketing skills. These are the skills which will actually add more uh, grade to your profile. They'll add more score to your profile, but they will not be the sole creator or sole decider of whether you will be hired or not. Your digital marketing understanding and your core skills, which are the content writing and analytical skills, play like a 80% role in whether your resume is shortlisted for that profile or not. Does this make sense? Any questions? No question. I've got some questions. Navinash is saying, as a beginner, should we focus on fresh content or learn from the blog? Both. So you need to read through other blog posts and you need to start writing a blog post of your own. Suman is asking what is CSS. So CSS actually helps you in writing down the code for your website, which actually defines how the you design will be visible. It helps you with the color coding and stuff like that. So it's completely coding. No question so far. HTML will be taught. No, HTML will not be taught in the course. We'll help you with the very basics of HTML, which is required as a SEO profiler. But HTML, teaching HTML, which will actually help you with building up a website, will not be taught. But what HTML skills a SEO person should know will be taught in the course. So the course is designed to make you a digital marketer. The course is not really designed to make you a technical person. The course is not designed to make you build up a website because that's completely technical skill. The course is designed to make you promote that website. So always make sure that you are actually differentiating between what your expectations are from the course. We'll help you market the product. We'll help you promote the website. We'll help you promote any brand, any business you are a part of. But we will not help you with building up a website for that particular business. We will not help you with building up a, a brand altogether. We'll not help you building up a business altogether. How do I start writing something on my website? I have created a new website. We'll talk about it in a very short period of time, Sarfaraz. Some common pitfalls to avoid: stop comparing your trainer with other trainers. Each trainer is very different, each trainer is in a very different style, and each trainer has gone through a very stringent process of hiring. While we understand that you might have got a preference for some specific trainer, the LMS is actually designed to give you the recordings of all the trainers, of all the modules, of all the batches, irrespective which batch you have enrolled into. So you can actually refer to other trainer recordings as well, but don't compare your trainer with other trainers. Each trainer is actually very much oriented to make you a digital marketer. You want and the industry demands. It's just that each trainer has a different style of communicating, of teaching. So have trust in your trainer and they will guide you in the right direction. My previous module trainer was better is also a concern. Each module requires a different training style. For example, social media requires more creative, more fun-loving way of teaching, while web analytics and search engine marketing is very much technical and detailed and very much tool-oriented. So there's a chance that people who likes a masala, who likes social media a lot more, might find search engine marketing or web analytics a little boring, but that's now how it is. It's like every module is differently structured and each module will be taught differently. Don't compare your trainer with your previous module trainers for sure. I should have done the other module first is also a challenge. People say that I should have done web analytics before search engine marketing so that I could have a better understanding of how ROI works, how businesses work, um, what are my expectations from the course. But that's how it is not structured. Consider all these modules as pieces of puzzles. Each module, no matter which puzzle piece we place in first, it will find its place and will make sense after all these modules are completed. Make sure that you do your assignments in 1 week's period, in the specified period of time. So, for example, the assignment I'm giving you today, it should be completed by next Sunday so that you are prepared for the next session and you are prepared to do the task and activities for the next week. If you're delaying your assignment, it's like adding on 2 to 3 hours extra in your next week. So if you're not able to take out 2 hours this week, how can you actually take out like 4 hours next week? Think of it as that, as a challenge, and make sure that you do all your assignments in 1 week's period. So our delivery team or our operations team is actually designed in a way that it gives you the support whenever you demand for. We will not be actually calling you and pushing you that you haven't done your assignment, do it right now. We consider you as a professional who knows what's good and what's right for him or her. So don't expect that to be happening. It's you who can actually share out that I'm facing problems with doing the assignments. I'm facing problem with this specific trainer. I'm not able to understand what he is teaching. Any such feedback, any such challenge which you are facing, feel free to reach out to your coordinator and they'll take corrective actions for that. But they will not really actually be pushing you into the sessions and into doing the assignments. They'll not do that. It's really funny to actually give a person call and say that you haven't do your assignments. We are not really into school, so we can't really scold you like that. So, how many assignments we have to submit in a month? Each module usually has around 4 assignments. Approximately 4 assignments. So, if you are into a 6 months program, you have to do 4 assignments. It can be one or two more, or it can be one or two less. But on an average, it's 4 assignments each module. If you have got assignments, doubts in the assignment, you have got two options. You can actually ask the doubt in the Q&A platform, and the team will respond to your questions within 48 hours, or you can check it with the trainer in the next session, whatever is comfortable for you. I'm not getting any placements opportunity. You won't until you have completed 3 to 4 modules completely. So make sure you complete the 3 to 4 modules and you will get the placements. Placements team will actually approach you afterwards. What is needed from your side, like I said just before, no delay in assignment submission. Make sure you submit your assignments in that specific week. Log in 5 minutes before the session, like most of you did today. That will help you actually ask the trainer some questions if you have from the past session or from the assignments or anything you want to discuss it with the trainer. And that will also help you sort out any technical issues if there are any. Again, I couldn't get your question, Arpit. In how many months can we have a job? Oh, I think it should be in how. So you can actually start sitting for interviews after completing 4 modules, based upon how good you perform, based upon how good you have learned from the course. That depends. That absolutely depends upon person to person. It defines like how much effort you have put in into the course and how good you performed in the interview. But you can start expecting to be sitting for an interview after completing 4 modules. Try asking questions on Q&A platforms only. This will help us manage the questions. This will help us quick respond to them. And sometimes the questions on emails are lost, so we can't really help you with that. So make sure that you respond, ask all your questions in the Q&A platform. Can I have the link for LMS? I'll demonstrate to you, Rahul. What will be the starting salary for digital marketing profile freshers? So, Avinash, it actually varies from person to person. Absolutely. We have seen freshers getting 35, 40,000. We have these people who have got 35, 40,000 as a fresher, a college fresher. But if you take it from the industry, if you are going into an agency or some organization, somewhere around 20 will be the starting point. So it depends. You can actually get either of the opportunity. It can be more than even 40,000, but the lowest usually runs around 20, 25. Yes, we will give you assistance through during the mock interviews. No, not through mock interviews. We'll help you with the questions and things you need to be prepared of. We'll not take up mock interviews as such. Do provide some regular and honest feedbacks throughout the course. We ask you to give feedback after every session. Unlike today, we will not have that in today's session, but like for example, if today's session winds up, we'll send out a link to you in the chat panel and you need to fill in the feedback. Be as honest as you can. Then you need to actually give feedback after every module is completed, which is a detailed feedback like how did you like the content, how did you like the assignments and stuff. And then we also have feedback after every assignment evaluation is being approved. So make sure that you give all your feedback, whether it's positive or negative, and we'll work around them. We don't really leave out any of the feedbacks provided by you. So things to do in the very first week will actually answer question which was asked by Sarfaraz and Rahul, I guess. Rahul wanted a link for the LMS. Okay. So, and Sarfaraz, your question was how to actually create a blog. So we'll do this particular thing in this week. What is exactly your assignment for this particular week is you need to create a website of your own. You don't have one right now. Um, and you need to set it up before next Sunday because our course is designed in such a way that you need to have an online presence to run and complete the assignments. If you don't have an online presence, you can't complete or you can't do the assignments at all. So your 6 months are actually dependent upon whether you create a website or not. So is there anyone who already has a website or who already has a business running right now on which he or she is ready to implement the learning and experience or experiment the learning with the course? Is there anyone? Do you have a website? I think someone actually said that I've already created a website. Deepa, yes, I already have a website, but I also would like to create a new one. A blog is okay as long as it is a paid one. It should be hosted on your own domain, like divya.com, rahul.com, anything. Can be like any brand as well, chumbak.com, any business which you have. It can be an e-commerce, it can be a website, it can be a blog. You should have the access to the admin panel. These are the three prerequisite. It should be a paid one. You should have it on your own domain and you should have the admin access. So Ali, I'll demonstrate to you how to ask questions in the Q&A platform. Sarfaraz has a blog but has no idea. Avinash will help you with what is to be done. Okay, so let's get started with things needs to be done. I'll help you with starting up and then you can do it on your own afterwards. Check out this particular email on your inbox. Is there anyone who hasn't watched this particular video? Arpit, have you watched it or haven't you? Okay, so Khadir hasn't, and is there anyone else who hasn't watched this video? Sarfaraz, I hope you have shared the issue with your coordinator. They'll help you with solving it up. AWS suspended your account with Arpit as well. Arpit, I hope you have shared this issue with your coordinator and they'll solve it up for you. If you haven't, make sure that you do that. Keep this as a tip that whenever you are stuck, whenever you are confused, give a call, drop a message, drop an email to your coordinator that I'm stuck at this particular step. How can you help? Otherwise, it gets really frustrating for you to actually, I am stuck and no one is helping me out. So we don't want you to land to at that stage. Just make sure that you're communicating it to your coordinator and they'll give you an estimated time that will take up to, it can take up to like 2 3 days as well to solve and concern. It can take up to more than like 3 4 months whenever it's about some content issue. But make sure that you're communicating it to your coordinator that I'm facing problem with this particular thing. Help me solve it. So okay. So see, once you actually watch this video, you can't, until and unless you watch this video, you can't really proceed forward. If you have, then you can actually get access to your LMS. This is how it looks like. Your coordinator details will be available over here along with the support number. Your courses are available here because I'm one of the admins. I've got like plenty of courses. I'm just demonstrating to you one course which is randomly picking up. Hmm, कहाँ गया? Yeah, I'm picking up search engine optimization randomly. You might have got some course along with experts plugged in your LMS. This is how the module looks like. It's like search engine optimization, which has got 4 weeks content. You get pre-reading material which you can read before joining into the session. Then you get weekly content, which is like this. You get the content, quiz, and task. So the tasks are the assignments which needs to be done. You can download the presentations from here. You can watch the recordings from here. So all your recordings will be updated here. I'm picking up Sunday batch recording. Like over here. So currently you will just have one core module and along with experts plugged in. Other modules will be added to your LMS as a course proceeds forward. Don't worry about that. So for example over here you can actually watch Aditya, Hiren, Afsha, Divya, Mandar, Rajiv, Sekat, and I think we're done. Shrikant and multiple other trainers recording. And even for the batches, which is like 2014-15 batches. So a person who actually enrolled into the course in 2015 can actually check out 2018 recording. You can same will happen with you. You can actually refer to the updated recording whenever you check into the LMS, whether it is after 6 months, after 1 year, after like a period of 3 years over here. We are working on redesigning it a bit, but we'll ensure that you get the updated recording in the LMS. So you can just download the presentations, the recordings, then we have got the quiz, which you can actually take up. It's not really for assessing your knowledge, and make sure that you are getting like 80% in the quiz to be eligible for the certificate. So if you don't, you need to reappear for the quiz so that you can get the certificate from us. Next up, we have got the task. So these are the most important part of your course. In the task step 0, you will have a step 1, you will have a download template for assignment submission. Like here, you once you open the assignment, for example, here it is Excel. For SEO, it is Excel. Usually, for others, it is a Word document. You have to fill in your details like what is your business name. My business name is Digital Vidya. What is my website? It should be your own business name or your own blog name, which needs to be provided here. You need to fill in all the details. Like here, you need to fill in what are the keywords you have selected. You will be taught through this in the live session. Once you complete all this file, just ensure that you save it up. Where is the desktop? I'll just save it up over here. And in the last step, as you move forward, this is like each step will have some actions to be taken up, and you need to fill that particular slide simultaneously. After you complete all these steps, in the last step, you will have the upload button. Oops, I have already submitted one assignment and it has been approved. So once it is approved, I can just download it from here. I was doing a testing, so this is what has been approved. You can just download your template from here and the assignment will stay approved. Only experts plugin is showing. Someone team will update your LMS. I think your module has not been finalized yet. You will get an update soon. Or you can even drop an email to your coordinator and ask them to check it out if there's an issue. I think it will be updated in a day or two. Don't worry. So if it was disapproved, so once the assignment is disapproved, you need to resubmit it again. So they actually provide you with a rating out of 4. If it is 1 or 2, then your assignment is disapproved. If it is 3 and 4, then your assignment is approved. If your assignment is disapproved, you need to resubmit it again in the after like a period of anytime you want. You will get an email whenever your assignment is approved or disapproved, and simultaneously, if you actually check into your LMS, you will have the ticks and the greens and the statuses shown here. Next up, we have got live session schedule. You'll get all the details of your live sessions in here. Considering I don't have any data, your start date, your timings, your joining URL, study material can be actually accessible from here only. Next up, we have got DM tools page where your premium tools are provided. You can actually refer to them as well. And someone asked for how Q&A platform works. This is how it looks like. All you have to do is just ask your question, put in your question, select a category, whatever it is. If it is related to online presence, select online presence, put in your questions and add some tags if you want from the provided list and then submit your question. It's really easy. Yeah, I think there are 49 contents in Experts Plugin. We will also be given feedbacks about improvements if the assignment is disapproved. Yes, even if the assignment is approved, you will get the feedback that where areas where your assignments could have been better. But if it is disapproved, we surely give you a feedback that um, things you should have done better, things you should have worked better. And I think there are 49 content under Experts plugin. I think so. Yeah. So taking up the next step, this is the link I want all of you to fill in. If you have your own website, by which I mean It can be a blog, it can be a website, it can be a an e-commerce of which you have the admin access. You have the um, you can actually log into their website, add plugins, add codes to the modify codes to the website, check in, integrate it with Google Analytics and stuff like that. If you have the admin access, and if you are ready to actually experiment, implement your learnings on that specific website, blog, or e-commerce, then select I have a website in that particular in this particular form. If you don't have a website, don't have a blog, if you don't have an e-commerce of your own, of your family member, if you're not really ready to experiment with it, then I suggest you to go for I want to create a blog. Please confirm once you fill up this form. I'm not getting that. We will get LMS link for this, or we have to create on our own. We will help you with creating the website. That's a very basic website which we are creating because we want to. It's not really very basic. It's a basic website which will help creating because we want you to market that particular website and optimize it as you go forward with the course. So how we'll help you will be defined after you fill this particular form. If you want to create the website, select I want to create a blog and submit. Confirm me once you fill up this form. So this is the course which you will get. You would have also got an email with the course access. Make sure you highlight this particular email because it is available on a different link altogether. So it's a different LMS right now. We are trying to shift into this particular LMS, but it is taking a bit of the time. This particular course will take about 2.5 hours. It is a self-paced course. You can actually do it on your own. If you face any issues, like someone actually shared that their AWS account was blocked, they were facing issues with credit card. These issues are a bit common over here. We call them um, it takes around 24 hours to 48 hours to resolve them because it is completely taken up by AWS. What AWS is? AWS is a hosting service provider. It is the world's leading hosting service provider, in fact, and they are in partners with Digital Vidya, and they provide $100 credit to our participants, $100 to $500 credits based on um, their own understanding of yours. So what you get is you get a 1 year free hosting, above which you get $100 credit. So even if you exceed the amount or the efforts or the traffic on your website, your $100 credit will become to use. So this particular course will help you actually finding out niche for your website, which means it will help you finalize the theme of your website. It can be fashion, it can be traveling, it can be something around uh, jewelry or automobile or politics, anything, any topic or area of your interest. Pick up a topic, get the website hosted from AWS, get your domain name, for which you have to shell out around 500 rupees. So that's a catch here. You need to shell out around 500 rupees to get your own domain name. So we tried giving out domains from Digital Vidya, but that was not really feasible and not really beneficial for you. And you can't really encash that after a period of time. So if you set up your blog, if you promote it, and if it really works, then you can actually sell out your blog. You can run ads on your own blog and generate revenue from it. So you'll add WordPress to it, you will do theming, you will do pages, menus, and stuff like that. You will connect it with Google Analytics, discuss social media plugins, and write your very first blog post. This will actually help you with writing the blog post in your LMS, in your website. So this course is actually designed to give you a kickstart and get you prepared for what's coming in the future. So after like completing this particular course of 2.5 hours, what you will be ready with is a website which you can actually promote it as you move forward. So for example, I have created a blog on travel, which names Travel Diaries. After completing this particular course, my blog will be ready, and from next week onwards, if my very first module is social media, I'll create a Facebook page for it. I'll create a Facebook group for it. I'll create an Instagram account for it, and I'll start posting on it. So that's the idea of how the course is structured. Does it make sense? Great. So this is your assignment for this particular week. You can start now. You can start at a later, and feel free to stick around for if you have any queries, if you have any doubts. If you don't have any doubts, you are free to go and make sure that you build your website by next Sunday. AWS free for 1 year. Yes, it is free for 1 year, but with us, it gives you a credit of $100 to $500 because the free version has got limited features, limited bandwidth. The $100 ensures that you don't have to shell out money from your own. You need to buy domain from GoDaddy. Yes, we'll help you in this particular course how to buy and how to link it with AWS. What type of domain should we buy? It depends upon what business or what uh, genre you want to write into. If it's fashion, you can think of something which is really fashionable, which is anything which you want. Like for travel, I just picked up Travel Diaries. um, any domain which you want. You can actually, the ideal domain is .com, but it is usually very expensive considering the extent it has gone into. But if you want to go on a low budget, you can actually go for a .info, .net, .co domains, which are available at a lower cost. I have a paid website on legal platform related to registration services that we provide. So will it be fine to work upon? Yeah, if you're ready to experiment with it, yes, it is perfectly fine. You don't really buy from WordPress, you just install WordPress. Domains are bought from GoDaddy. GoDaddy and there are multiple others. But we are recommending GoDaddy because it's easy to install. If you have your own blog, don't really install it. Don't really go around and creating a new one because that, as I said earlier, the idea is not here. Not here is to idea here is not to actually make a website. The idea here is to promote it. So don't spend so many efforts on duplication of efforts if you already have that. No, just focus on one blog and write approximately one blog post every 2 weeks. Suman has shared, where can I see the assignment? Suman, you have got an email. As I said before, this is available in a different LMS, so we can't really um, link it to your current LMS. If you want, you can just bookmark this particular link or refer to the email certainly. Any other questions? I think someone has unmuted. I think it's better. See, this is the thing I was talking about, that you should keep yourself on mute and just unmute yourself whenever you want to speak up. There was voice issues because of unmuting. You're free to unmute yourself and contribute to the conversation verbally anytime you want. Any other question? Questions. Okay. So make sure that you do create your blog if you don't have one this particular week. If you already have one, you can enjoy. There's no homework for you as such. So you can enjoy your week and the weekend as well. You will get an email once you opt for this Build Your Blog workshop, and just refer to that to access this course. What preparation we have to do before watching the first module session? That is, I am expecting Sunday for most of you. Just create your website. That's all you need to be prepared with. Otherwise, you won't be able to do the assignments for like all the modules. So make sure that you do it before next Sunday. If you get confused, if you have any doubts, feel free to reach out to your coordinator anytime you want. Um, and if your coordinator is not available, contact the support team. Someone will help you. Yes, you can work on the e-commerce website as well. There's no go through things. There is a pre-reading material which will take like just 15 minutes for you to read through. You can refer to that. Okay, I think we are good to go. Have a great weekend and have a great journey with us as a digital marketer. We would love to see you grow and become digital marketing professionals with us. All the best, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great weekend and a great week ahead. Suman, you would have got the email just after filling up this form. If you haven't, just bookmark this particular link. It will solve the issue. Mercy. Bye bye. I've just shared. I will share it again. Are we good? Great. Bye bye, everyone. See you.